Let us make more prayers for Jesus. We are missionary children's club. Let us follow Him first. We are caught by Jesus like apostles. We are caught by Jesus.
Heart on fire, foot on the move. That is our Vocation Sunday theme text this year. A warm, lovely morning that God has granted us a chance to meet again. Welcome to Malazi Chapel. Now, religious life is an invitation to be encountered in your depths by a God whose love you cannot begin to imagine. It is 3 months since we celebrated Epiphany in January. On the 30th of April, we are going to celebrate Vocation Sunday. Unlike in the Epiphany, this time our focus is on priesthood and those in religious life. Teacher, what is vocation? The word comes from the Latin vocare, or voice, meaning to follow the voice of God, or to do what we are called to do. Religious cultures have attached differing implications to the word vocation, Catholics using it to refer to religious service in the priesthood.
Teacher, in other words, it is a call from God to live your life as He has called you to live. It is the giving of your entire self to Him out of love for Him.
You are very right. As I said earlier, that Catholic vocation refers to religious service in the priesthood. However, we have 3 other different callings. They include marriage. All of us cannot serve as priests and nuns. Others have a calling to marriage. In marriage, 2 people, husband and wife, come together in a beautiful union. The 2 fleshes are united into one, and the Lord showers His blessings upon the couple. Now, as a united couple, the man and woman can be open to the fruitfulness and blessing of children. The second one is priesthood, which is a calling for men, is also part of this vocation. Catholic priests take vows and devote themselves to serving God and the people by administering the sacraments, working in parishes, and doing service work. Priests can choose to either join a religious community or work for the diocese. Women who are called to the religious life can become nuns, and such women also take specific vows to offer and devote themselves fully to God and their religious community. And the third one is single life, as Paul teaches in the book Corinthians. Can someone read 1 Corinthians 7, 8-9?
1 Corinthians 7, 8-9 says, "To the unmarried and the widows I say that it is good for them to remain single, as I am. But if they cannot exercise self-control, they should marry. For it is better to marry than to burn with passion." The Word of God.
Thanks be to God. Meaning to fully concentrate on serving God, one can choose to be single, as the case of Apostle Paul. All of these callings are ordered to get us closer to God.
Teacher, what do you make of those who are in their paying jobs, but still reach out to people to help voluntarily?
Vocation can be work that is outside your wage-earning sphere of activity. And a good example is that business person who have a vocation as a youth sponsor or Sunday school teacher like us, your animators.
That is to say, a teacher might have a vocation as a mentor or worship leader. Like you are animators, you volunteer to mentor us.
Yes, Liz, we consider handling you as a special calling from God. Another category is where you find someone who has a calling within his or her profession. Vocation may also coincide with career or grow out of a specific career path. The vocation of a doctor or nurse might be a healer. The vocation of a dietitian might be nourisher. So, teacher, what do we expect on this day? Thank you. You remember during Epiphany, various groups in the church gave as gifts as the wise men did to Jesus. On this day, as PMC group, it's our day to remember our priests and nuns, not forgetting those in religious callings too, by praying for them and contributing some cash to help in education of more people in the religious life call, as well as helping them in other logistics. Secondly, right now, schools are closed. It is the best time to invite the priests and sisters to speak to you on vocation, to help you make a decision in regards to your call. That is why next weekend, we expect Father Salvador to come and give you a talk. Teacher, as PMC group, can We say our mission to serve our fellow children is a calling. Yes, it is a calling. Each of us is called to be someone and to do things. It is part of human existence. And we, the PMC group, we have a special calling to serve our fellow children in prayer and material. It is not easy to be a missionary, but if you find yourself among the passionate souls that are ready to be up to a task, don't take it for granted. You are in a special vocation. As our golden rule number 8 teaches us to know how to make sacrifices even when it's hard, being in vocation is not an easy task. It takes courage and sacrifice to be one. In conclusion, allow me to say that it takes sacrifice to be in any vocation. Those in vocation carry our pain in their heart. They help us carry out burden without giving up. That is why we must always pray and help them to continue serving humanity. And if you find yourself in any vocation, please live by it for the glory of God. As Paul says in his letter to the church of Ephesians chapter 4 verse 1 says, can someone read it out? The letter of Apostle Paul to the church of Ephesians 4:1 says, I therefore, a prisoner for the Lord, urge you to walk in a manner worthy of the calling to which you have been called. The Word of God. That marks the end of our session this week. From Kisumu Daniri, we wish you a happy Vocation Sunday. Our special Vocation Sunday greetings to St. Martin de Porres, Alanta Parish, PMC Group, in Homa Bay Diocese. Until next time. Goodbye.
We love Jesus, so we are baptized. We love Jesus, so we pray. We love Jesus, so we forgive.